To be honest, I don't think you've really changed that much. I mean, I only see what you're putting out on YouTube, so we don't get to see what's behind the scenes. But in my opinion, you haven't really changed that much. Maybe just the content that you're putting out has changed, but I think you as a person have not changed. Is there like a specific spot where I should look on the camera?
I mean, well, you and I will be talking, so you can look at me, or you can look directly at it. But I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. All right, man. Introduce yourself.
All right. Hey world, my name's Evan. I live in Texas, just like Silas, and I got the opportunity to drive down to Waco and meet him this afternoon.
Which was about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's probably when I arrived.
Evan walked in about 15 minutes ago. Met him just now. How long have you been watching my channel?
All right, so I've been watching Silas's YouTube channel since, I want to say, the spring of 2018. I came across it on YouTube. Some guy was talking about his story, and I came across his channel and decided, hey, this guy puts out great content. He seems like a cool guy. Eventually, I moved to Texas, but he had stopped uploading videos, and then finally he started uploading videos again. I was like, oh wait, I don't live very far from Waco. I could go down and meet you one day.
So he just commented one day and was like, hey, I live in Fort Worth. Could we ever just meet and have a conversation? And I was like, sure, let's do it. So he came in and we've just been talking, which is really, it's interesting to me because you have a unique perspective that I don't have, and I'm super curious to hear about it. So how would you say that you've seen me change over the past 6 years now, 7 years?
To be honest, I don't think you've really changed that much. I mean, I only see what you're putting out on YouTube, so we don't get to see what's behind the scenes. But in my opinion, you haven't really changed that much. Maybe just the content that you're putting out has changed, but I think you as a person have not changed.
When you first watched my channel, what were some of the videos that you would watch?
It was just like going around Germany or day trips to other parts of Europe. I think there's you and Connor were part of like some TV show in Germany once.
Yeah. ProSieben.
Yeah, and then there's just like the game day vlogs. I remember watching those.
What was your favorite?
It's been so long, and I can't really remember at this point.
Yeah. It is very interesting.
I think actually now that I remember, you've jogged my memory. I think my favorite was when you were living in that apartment complex. I think the lady's name was Anya.
Dude.
She seemed pretty sweet. I think any time that she was in a video, those were my favorite.
Yeah, Anya. It was my German mother, dude. I love Anya. She's the best. I need to go back and see her. It was such an interesting dynamic.
Right.
Yeah, it's such an interesting dynamic, but so fun. It's interesting because rarely do you ever get to actually meet the people that are kind of watching. Obviously, if I'm posting videos and 100,000 people are watching it, there's no chance that I'm gonna get to see and meet everybody. So getting to meet you is really cool. What do you think about the videos I've been posting recently?
I think they're pretty cool. I mean, I think for you they're truthful, and you're putting out what you want to put out and you're saying what you want to say. And I think if that's where your heart is at, if that's what resonates with you, then that's good. Yeah.
What is your thoughts on? I saw that you have a YouTube channel and you've posted some videos. What do you think about? I'm assuming. Let me ask you this: would you consider yourself more of a viewer of YouTube or a creator of YouTube?
So on my personal YouTube channel, I've uploaded some like random things. Well, they're not completely random, but they're not really for like the world to see. It's more of like for my friends to see.
Sure.
I actually do have some other YouTube channels that I've made in the past, and actually I'm still kind of working on today. Perhaps maybe I'll share them at a later date. But For the most part, I'm a viewer.
Yeah. So, because I would say that I've always been more of a creator of YouTube rather than a viewer. What is it like following someone's life, or like kind of seeing someone's life from a distance for so long? Like for you saw like years, and I'm sure you didn't watch every single video, but you saw kind of that progression over a long time. What's that like?
It's interesting that you asked that question, because I think when you're watching someone in progression, I think, as I said earlier, like I haven't really noticed you change. And like when you're watching someone, like I guess on a consistent basis, you don't really see the changes. So, and yeah, there was like a 2-year gap between the last video and when you just started recently uploading again. But even still, like it didn't really feel like much of a change.
Yeah. How do I compare in person to the person that you've seen for so long?
Well, you kind of seem just like I expected, to be honest. I mean, you sound the same, you look the same. Yeah, your mood's the same.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, like it's funny because before you came in here, I was blasting Floop is a Madman remix for like 40 minutes, just like messing around. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. It's interesting to me that you say like I haven't changed, and I guess when even when I was posting so much, I'm only posting 10 minutes in a video a day at most, you know? I'm not showing the rest of my life. And so I guess it would be hard to really see the change, because so much has changed in my life. Like inside myself, especially in the last 5 years. Let me ask you this. Were you, this is interesting. Were you watching when I went through a divorce?
Yeah. No, I remember that actually, because I remember there was probably like a 3 or 4 month period where it could have even where you didn't post it. I remember like there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, he hasn't uploaded in a while, and I went to the last video that you had uploaded, and there were a bunch of comments from people saying like what happened, and people were kind of speculating as to what had happened. And
that's fascinating. I remember that. It was the Mallorca video. I posted a video. The last video I posted before I like dropped off was when I went to Mallorca, and I posted this video of us in Mallorca, and we were just having a good old time, but underneath the scenes I was like struggling. And then it was in Mallorca I decided to fly back to the US instead of going to Germany like I was going to. Everybody thought I was going to go play football in Germany because I said I was, and then I like realized, oh, marriage is falling apart, and flew back to the US and just dropped off the face of Earth for a while. And then I posted like a video, but I didn't go into a lot of detail, that I recently not watched, but I pulled up and I was like shocked at how many comments were on this video.
Was this the one you were just kind of like sitting at your desk and talking?
Yeah, in a black shirt.
I kind of remember that. Yeah.
It was like, let's see if I can pull this up. I mean, that was 2019. So it was a long time ago. Let's see here. That one, Count Your Blessing, 5 years ago. 921 comments. Look at this. There was, I like went and I never like went through and saw these comments. In fact, I never even saw them right now. Oh, dang, there's some crazy comments. Look at this. Hi, please, when things are bad, please consider that killing oneself is definitely at least one of the options that one should not rule out. The reason is, think of all the struggles. Imagine that you come through all of the struggles. In the end, it still all means nothing. So if things get too hard, it is definitely okay to just decide that enough is enough and not put up with all the BS anymore.
Wow. Do you think an American wrote that or a German?
I don't know. But then someone 5 comments up said, "Dear Silas, please delete Poker Channel's comment. That's horrible advice." Let's see some of the replies on that one. Worst comment ever. What a disgusting comment. You know, that is... Dang, that's crazy. 921. This is crazy. Dang, bro, that was one of the saddest videos I've watched in quite a while. Although you did not actually cry, I could see that you did inside, like your heart is or was bleeding. What the heck has happened to you or in your life? You really avoided to tell us what happened, just circled around it from quite a distant point. Don't you think you owe it to the community to let us know? Dang. This brings me back.
No, I remember seeing a lot of comments like that one you just read during that time period. Because you're just kind of falling off and we're like, what happened to Silas?
Dang, bro. I'm actually like getting kind of emotional reading these because they are like so kind. Some of them are so kind. I discovered your channel by accident. Just wanted to say that your content always cheered me up. So, thank you. Like all these things are just like thank you. This one says, dang. Yeah, these are good. I literally never even read all these because I was just like, I remember posting this video and then just being like, I gotta like just take time.
Right.
See, 12-bedroom luxury villa in Mallorca, Spain. That was like, let's read some of the comments. I bet you there. Where'd he go? Anybody see Silas personally? We miss you. Still no words from him. It was searching for his IG. Elijah, there's Elijah Grant. Hey man, I don't know where his status is right now, but it's been well over 2-3 months. Hope everything's okay. Dang, bro. Look at this. This one says, Silas followed Caitlin on Instagram, but she doesn't follow him back. She liked a picture September 3rd, which in one photo looks like she doesn't have a wedding ring.
The links they went through.
Yeah, like everybody was just like trying to figure out what happened. But yeah, dude, that was a dark time for me. It was a dark time. And I think that's one of the things that's so difficult. Like when I started the channel, I was 22. I didn't know what I was doing, you know, and I had no idea it was going to get as big as it was. And I remember when it all kind of fell apart. It was like this weight just like coming down and crushing me, knowing that all those people were wondering. And then I just had all this shame and guilt, and I was just like, what do I say? You know what I mean?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Dang. But I made it through.
Yeah.
I did. And I remember making, going back and making more videos, trying to like just move past it. And then everybody was just like, you're just going to skip over this? And then I was like, okay. And then I made a video saying, I'm making videos in Waco. And then people were just like, you're not going to talk about it? And then I got my friend Zach.
I remember that one. You, like at the end of the video, you talked about it.
Yeah, and then I had Zach come in. I was like, okay, fine. I'll tell you like what's going on. But it was tough too because then there wasn't, like, because Caitlin was, we were going through a separation. and I didn't like know how much I could share on her part versus my part, and yeah, dude, it's just like all of that I wasn't prepared to go through, and it was so public, and that was tough. But that's why I think it's so. This specific month, this last month of making these videos has been such a transformative like time for me, because I'm having to like push through so much like fear and like almost like revisit old wounds just to create the content again. And I do think it's healing for me to like make content again and be me and be like, yo, this is me, and I have all this like good and bad in my past, but I'm gonna like go for it.
No, I think it's definitely better to be yourself as opposed to like you were talking about that Mallorca video. Like everything seemed pretty cool, but behind the scenes, it wasn't.
Nah, dude. That Mallorca video is like the pinnacle of social media. Like, don't even believe what. I remember making that video and just like dying inside and being like, yo, look at this sick mansion we're in Mallorca, Spain. It's so sick. It's like, it's such a picture. I feel like I should just make that video public again. Make it public so people could see this. Don't always believe what you see on social media.
I mean, I'll be honest, I actually don't remember that video, so maybe it's good I don't remember it, but...
Yeah, I feel like I need to react to it. I'm gonna make a reaction video to the video that was the biggest lie ever. But that was like, I think it's almost like such a good picture for me to always remember to be just be me, you know, just be honest, just be real. If things aren't that great, then just say it. I don't have to pretend. And the tough part is I think for me, like, obviously I'm super energetic. That hasn't changed. Like, you should see me again. Like, this was, if you look at our Seen and Loved Instagram account, this was like 3 hours ago.
Oh, that's the song that you were jamming out to?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, that happens all the time, and that hasn't changed, and it's not going to change. But I want, like, that's easy for me. I think talking about the harder stuff is more of what pushes me and makes me better. And actually, I'm like equally excited and satisfied making content where I sit there and talk about things that matter as I am like just like jamming out, having a good time, you know?
I get it.
And I actually, so maybe I'll have a mix of both in the future. I don't know, but I definitely I'm not just like the dance for me monkey happy guy.
Right.
know? I don't want to be that. Yeah.
No, it's important to be real and to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang. So what do you think? Should I just keep going? Just keep making videos?
Yeah. I mean, make whatever videos whatever you feel the most, I don't want to say, well, I guess passionate is the word I'm looking for, but whatever like feels like the most at home to you, whatever feels like, as long as you're not like, you don't feel like you're stretching your personality to like fit the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's something I'm like deeply committed to now, is just being authentic,
right.
Where I'm at. And sometimes that means I don't want to post. I'm not going to post anything. And then sometimes it means I don't know. Sometimes it means I'm not doing great. Sometimes it means I'm great. I don't know. Dang, this is weird.
I can tell you're getting a little choked up. Yeah. But as you've probably mentioned before, like you have your studio here, so YouTube isn't necessarily like a job for you as it was like back in the day, but it's still good to kind of post when you want. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I had a conversation with a friend this week, and he talked about how YouTube should just be like an overflow from me, meaning like when I'm inspired or creative or whatever, and I have something to share or something I'm thinking about, and I just want to process those thoughts to do it, but don't feel like I have to. And I think that's really freeing. What do you think about the channel? I shared in the video today. You probably haven't seen it because you were driving or whatever, but in the channel I share about how I really want this to be my platform to be a place where good conversations could happen.
Right. That makes sense.
I really like that idea. Like for example, you just told me you're Jewish, right?
Right.
I'd love to have a conversation with you about what does it mean to be Jewish?
Okay.
What do you believe? How does that differ from what I believe? I wanna one of the videos, like, there's a lot of agnostics that watch my videos. I want to know what does it mean to be agnostic, and how do you live a life as an agnostic? How do you cope with things? What do you turn to? Those types of things. I'm interested. I'm very curious.
I'll be honest. I'm probably more agnostic than Jewish. I'm just more like Jewish is just kind of
heritage?
A label because my mom's Jewish. But,
gotcha.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay. Well, dang, I kind of want to make a separate video starting now.
Right.
So anyway, thanks for watching. This is Evan. How old are you?
28.
Evan's 28 years old. Been watching my channel for 8 years. Is there anything you be like, okay, has there ever been a moment where you watch my channel and you're like, if I ever met that guy, I'd tell him this?
Yeah, no, I would. And actually, I think I mentioned this in the comments, but like somehow my comment like kept getting deleted. You mentioned I guess it was a few weeks ago, how you struggle with handling criticism, and you're kind of sensitive to criticism. And I had brought up Toastmasters. Now, we don't necessarily have to include this part in the video, but I guess we can if we want.
Sure.
Toastmasters is a public speaking and leadership, I guess you call it a group. There's a bunch of different clubs throughout the world, bunch of different clubs in Texas. I joined Toastmasters when I lived in Austin, and when I moved to Fort Worth, I continued it, and I'm still in it today. And I initially joined for the public speaking part, but I've kind of found that I've excelled more at the leadership aspect. But the thing about the public speaking part, I've noticed you're a great speaker, and you said that you're kind of sensitive to criticism. In Toastmasters, whenever you give a speech, someone evaluates you, so they tell you like what you did well and what you can do better at. Mm-hmm. And I still kind of have trouble handling criticism sometimes myself, but since joining, I've gotten a lot better because whenever I give a speech, someone tells me what I need to work on, and as a result, that's helped me get a lot better.
That's super cool. So is it video?
Well,
group, or is it people?
Well, some groups are online, but most of them are in person.
That's cool.
Now, after this video's over, we can look at see if there's clubs here in Waco.
Sounds good. Do you want to say anything to the viewers?
Yeah, I mean, to the viewers, whether you came to watch Silas for his videos in Germany, or whether it was about football, or whether it was about something else, just stick with it, stay subscribed. Even though he's not posting the same content that he used to, he's still the same person, and I think he's a pretty cool guy, and I think his messages are worth hearing.
Appreciate that. You don't have to stay subscribed. But cool. Love it. Did you want to play pickleball?